And girls, welcome to TTFL on the Friday as always. Commentator as always is me, Steph, in the box with you. It's been always a pleasure commentating every Friday for you guys, for the excitement, in-depth analysis and track layouts and all the action on the track involving our finest drivers. So then, we're into round 5, where the championship pretty much starts from now from the top tier of the lot of the table. Now, if you didn't join us last week, we were in Baku, where we had absolute actions galore into terms of retirements and including a feature of the first time safety car. Spike was the winner of the last round there, so if you haven't watched it, feel free to backtrack and watch the Friday league of last week. But Spike was a winner and we had about 6 races, and he finished the race with most of the majority crashed out in retirements or making driver errors. So, if you haven't watched it, feel free to backtrack and watch it. But the points from round 4 then. Despite being a winner there, he extends his points at the top there. He is on 55 points there, with Lambo not very far behind him on 53 in second. We've got the GOT in third with 50 points. We've got Super Guy now in fourth with 43, but I believe he has dropped out due to outside issues, so I don't think we will see him in the league, unfortunately, which is a shame really, because he was doing really well, but unfortunately he had to drop out. So Hamilton then is in P5 with 31, Siege in 6th with 28, Kieran in 7th with 20 points there, Technique is in 8th with 19, Plaster in 9th with 17, Perry is in 10th with 15, also joint there with Weed Nation there as well with 15 points. We've got Maze in 12th with 12 points there, Ollie P in 13th with 10, also along with Freddo there as well, so Ollie P and Freddo sharing 13th together there. Maximus is in 15th there with 8 points, and Goddess Cut there in 16th with 2 points, and obviously the other places haven't been scored points yet, so hopefully that will change there. That'll be amazing. Heading towards the constructors then. Renault there sitting firmly nice on top there with 85 points there. We've got McLaren there in second with 73. We've got the Force India in third with 69. Haas are in fourth with 43. Red Bull's not far behind with 41 points there in fifth. Mercedes are sixth with 40 points. Again, very close there for the battle for fourth place so far in the constructors. Seventh place, so we have the Ferraris with 27. Williams there in 8th with 8 points. Sauber's there in 9th with 2 points. And Toro Rosso yet to score the points in constructors. So, that is your constructors and tables there from round 4 then. So then with Barcelona. Built in the 80s, it was built within the time period of the Olympic Games in Barcelona back in the days, and then since then always hosted the Spanish Grand Prix. Magnificent track, very old school layout, has had its modifications to make it more modern in recent years, but also has been used as pre-season testing track for all the teams for the constructors, for the testing grounds ready for the long haul season as always. So everyone there should be very aware and adaptive of Spain, but where they can hold its facts as well. With literally like action points around the track, heading down turn 1, every crucial braking zone could be side by side. So we can expect overtakes going into turn 1, even if side by side into turn 2, which will end out in turn 3. We can see like overtakes around the back straight there on the back straight of the DRS after turn 9, and headed down into turn 10. You can see overtakes into there. But we can also see overtakes moving up towards the last sector as well, as it's very tight and technical. So as I was saying, referring to a little bit with Barcelona layout in recent years being modified to modern spec. Turn 9, the runoff area used to be the actual race circuit itself, before I decided to shorten that bit down for a last right hand kink flat out over the crest. So the runoff area used to be the actual layout, and into turn 10 the runoff area again used to be the actual layout of the track itself. Again, been shortened down to minimise the speed and the safety of other drivers. So turn 13 in the tricky section of the technical section of the lap, the runoff area there used to be a fast right hander, go mostly full flat out, and then it sets you up nicely for the last sector, go full flat out on a straight, exceeding well over 200 miles an hour to the point you break down into turn 1. So that is the Spanish Grand Prix of the in-depth of the old layout, and also now with the new layout it will be interesting, all fun and games. Just everyone has to be very mindful of the curves, especially in sector 3, as the sausage curbs there are more completely lethal and cause easy to spin out or car very be unsettled. At the moment we currently have, or as I set myself into spectate mode, that would be very nicely there, so there we go. Currently have 11 drivers in, currently racing for us tonight. I was expecting a little bit more of a turnout, but you never know, more will be arriving. As I said that, another one has jumped up into 12 races, so currently everyone will be going for points. But also again, down to the weather as well, so depending if it's a wet race. Spain has had a few wet races in the past, not very much, but best one to look for if you're going back in the archives of the history, you'd be looking at the 1996 Grand Prix. What you got to do is watch Michael Schumacher in his Ferrari navigating through the wet condition, the legendary Rainmaster himself, and you'll see why. But if it does rain, everyone has to be very mindful of like track changing conditions and knowing where the grips are and where your line needs to take. One muck up in Spain on dry or wet track setups, pretty much lost your time in the spot in qualifying, but in a race it can be recovered as long as you keep your head down. So if any of you guys out there watching, then literally giving you a chance of placing down your predictions for qualifying for top 3 or pole position in general, and also top 3 for your races or race winner itself. And if you want to ask me questions regarding to like anyone being interviewed afterwards, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll probably say preferably do it nearby the race has ended or when the race ended itself, so therefore I can easily backtrack the comments throughout the race. So now just literally just waiting for the field there to literally get itself sorted and ready to go, and just waiting for my YouTube to start to load up would be nice. Let's have a look, see what we've got going on in the comments. And so far, hello there C3, thank you as always for saying hello on the stream, mate. I know you're probably listening now to racing, which will probably not be the best idea, but I know you having cheeky insight. Although you do realise that the stream's running a little bit behind than it is to live stream itself. We got Thomas Lady there, he wants to be reserve, so I'm presuming the guys out there already got it sorted out. So then, heading into qualifying now as the timer engages, which is all happy days. So, going into 18 minutes of funness around Circuit de Catalunya, which is known as Barcelona. Well, I would say Barcelona is not exactly part of Spain, but it's its own little country now, in dispute. So, not going into politics, going into F1 instead. Just waiting for it all to load up and the drivers there to sync up, and also at the same time spamming my lovely little X buttons so much so we don't get done by copyright or the FOM getting involved with a little cheeky little antics saying, oh yeah, copyrighted, and it's not. Here we go, mostly everyone there's all nicely syncing up a little bit, so there we go, so everyone is all syncing up there nicely. That's what we like to see. Right then, so 18 minutes of qualifying around Spain is a go. Now the question is, what is the track conditions like? Obviously it still looks like it's dry at the moment, so a bit overcast and cloudy, so do not know if we're going to have a rain affected quality or not. We shall find out. Everyone out there mostly out on the super soft tyres. Some of them are selecting mediums, as in Maximus and Clifford. Ollie P and CG opted for softs. So as the drivers heading out to the track, and the first person out on the track is got a skirt there in the Sauber. Out there on the super soft tyres. Not far out behind him is Poe as well. So Goscar and Poe opting to literally go out there, get the lap times banked early in case of anything. Clifford is also out there as well, and also CG as well. See what all the lap times will do. Everyone's opting different types of tyre strategy. Bilton Matt is also opting for a set of softs as well, so could see a contrast of different tyre strategies here. But as Goscar comes out on track first, he'll be my lovely little track guide here for qualifying on his lap, providing he doesn't validate it. There we go, Goscar here just prepping up for the lap. Crucial to get this little section right, especially if you're going to start your lap. Get the options line coming out. So there we go then, Goscar starting off his hot lap. DRS is active and starts the line now. And down the main straight, seeing over 200 miles an hour. We're focusing the braking point, heading into turn 1, braking at the 100 metre board. Now turn 1 getting line up there nicely as he does. Turn 2, controlling the back end. Nicely handled. Now to the long right hander of turn 3. Can go flat out. Get the line right, you'd be absolutely amazing. Turn 4. Get half the corner here and the other half you can use on the exit, which is nicely done. Now into turn 5 here. Getting close to the apex there, getting a nice tight line there. Good line in there from Goscar so far. It's a kink of turn 6, now into turn 7 and 8. Comes very quickly here, so there's turn 7, turn 8, now turn 9. Crucial, you can go flat out through here, but Goscar not distancing itself from there. Whilst Ollie P's been disqualified for going the wrong way there. Not ideal. Not ideal for Ollie, he's got a lot to do, so into turn 10. As Goscar there as to glitch back off into turn 11 and 12. Well, as we do that, we just switch to Poe. So Poe's now into turn 12. Now heading into turn 13, into 14 and 15, very kink, technical. And now heading into turn 16 itself, Poe flat out. See what Poe can do, because he'll be the first one to set lap time. As Goscar's got lap time, and there's a 1:16 there, 1:16.888 there for a Poe. So that is the benchmark for everyone to beat. Clifford there looks like validate his lap as well, so he'll be able to go do all the hard work again. Lambo though, Lambo with 116.5. So Lambo there setting the benchmark there, and he's racing for Mercedes tonight, whilst Poe is racing for Toro Rosso. So Lambo and Poe are opting to go rival against each other on this occasion. Maximus there in third with a 120.4, which is now dropped him down to P4. Bilton Matt there goes P3, 119.8 there for the McLaren driver. He had his debut on last Friday, and Baku unfortunately ended up getting caught up with the 3-car pile-off at the start. So Bilton Matt then knows he's got to do with this race, get himself a good decent quali and a good decent race, get himself points there. Might be race 2 for him, but I'm sure he'll be capable of doing so. God then looks like he's done that on his fly lap on the set of softs there. Keeping on his progress, whilst C3 there comes into the pits. Spike also out there on the flyer. Generally, mostly everyone out there is out on the flyer so far. Try and keep an eye on the most of this one. Clifford Red comes into the pits. Then there's one out on the hot lap nearby around the lap of the track. He's got so far, see what he can do on the set of softs. Ooh, very closely backhanded there from Gort, so going to be making too many of them come around that. Turn 9, into turn 10 now, into turn 11 and a long right hander of turn 12. Very careful to get your line correctly from turn 11 as there's an uprising kink and it costs car to unsettle, but Gort's handled it so well so far, so good job there for the forcing the driver. Now come around the last corner, see what we can do. What's the lap time like? It is a P3 there for Gort with a 118.1, so good drive there from the forcing the driver. So then we just literally now go on to Spike, and Spike's done a 117.6 there. Spike's then put himself up there in the top 3. No, he likes Spain, so I'm sure he will be doing a good job there. Goloskat then. What's the lap time? Does he stand off a flying lap? Yes, he does. So Goloskat there setting up another flyer. So keep an eye on his progress. Season 2 world champion in Siege. Gearing himself up for a flyer. Not been so far the good starter for him this season, but hopefully now he can turn the tables around and start focusing upwards across the field. Let's go then. On his flying lap so far. Pushing his Sauber all across everywhere to maximise his lap time. Goes a little bit wide at the crest of turn 9, which is easily do by all drivers, but controls it nicely. Now into turn 10. Again, nice tidy exit there into turn 11 and 12. Car looking absolutely nice and stable. Into turn 13, 14 and 15. Crucial to get this line completely right in 1. So far all nice and stable. Now turn 16. Again, nice and tidy. What's the lap time going to be? Is a 118.0 for Goloskat there, putting himself into P4. Good qualifying spot there for the Sauber driver. Siege then out on the flyer so far. Coming around the last few corners there, pushing his Mercedes to its limits. Again, nice tidy exit there from the Mercedes driver. What's the lap time going to be? What's the lap time going to be for Siege? Puts himself into P3 with a 117.1. Starting to get very tight there at the top for the top 4 there. C3 then setting off on his flyer. Sure, he'll be like right up there and going all out on his set of tyres he's on. He has got a bit of traffic in front of him, which I think it got nicely out of the way. Well, there's a McLaren and a Mercedes ahead, so hopefully they should be keeping out the way. McLaren driver does so. C3 then having a good decent start so far. No, he has told me that they running out with no traction control. Mercedes driver there with Siege keeping out of the way. C3 is currently on fire, pushing his car all around the edges. Obviously it looks like his back end was going, but it could be just a case of lag in general. Goes tight in the first part of 12 there, and goes out wide. 13 so far, second tidy, 14, 15. Lovely control there from C3. Oh, and he peels enough to the pits. Oh, as I say, of course C3 is going to set up a lap time there, but obviously just get the feel of the car, baby. Maybe planning something up for the last remaining few minutes then of the race. So C3 and plus there currently drivers have not set a lap time. Ollie P there unfortunately got DQ'd. Presuming to driving the wrong way down the track there, he won't be mighty pleased, but I'm sure he's looking forward to having a fresh set of tyres then. So then at the moment then, Lambo is at top with a 116.5. Poe is second with a 116.6. CG in third with a 117.1. Spike is fourth with a 117.6. Skirt's fifth with a 118.08. Gore is 6th with 118.1. Maximus is 7th with 118.3. Builds and Matt is in 8th with 119.3. Clifford Red with 119.4. And that is your current top 9 now out so far. Setting out lap time. Again, C3 Plaster. Currently, the only two drivers yet to set a lap time, and Ollie P disqualified due to going to the wrong way on the track. So then most of the drivers are starting to pit into the pits, getting refueled, put his fresh set boots on, seeing what lap times they can do. Clifford Red decided to opt to go for a set of softs. So, see what he can do then for the Sauber driver. Nope, he appears out the pits. Looks like, yeah, he's got wing damage on the front right. Oh, we don't want to be hitting your cars at all there, Clifford, because that won't be an ideal place to do. Mostly everyone is in the pits, apart from Siege and Skirt. Although Siege is a little bit further up on this track, whilst C3 a little bit behind, so CG then will be the first one to set lap time. Only 6 minutes remaining in the quali session, so now CG coming on board to do the lap, so we're going to jump on board with him. See what the Mercedes driver can do, see what his lighting's are like going through all the corners. Head down into turn 1 then. And into turn 2, ooh, back in when we come out of the exit of turn 1 into turn 2, but CG again controls it. Keeping the car nice and stable through turn 3. Head into turn 4. Again, lovely tight line there. Making a shorter distance as much as possible. Keeping wide on the entrance into turn 5 there, but again, going slow in, fast out. Heading up towards turn 9 now. Is he going to go flat out here? Obviously could not tell by the revs, but I'm pretty sure he went flat out. Now it's turn 10, heavy braking zone. Again, CG pushing his car all across the track so far. Looking quite promising here for the Mercedes driver. A couple of corners to go. Missed the apex on the first one, but gets on the second one. Oh, and appears into the pit, so CG not exactly happy with the lap time. C3 currently gone back into the pits. There must be a little exploration lap there. Clifford Red has retired. So I don't know if he's made a mistake. Looks like it's heading into turn 1. But keep on board with Gosco because it looks like he's coming to green flag area. Right, cannot see Clifford's card, so I'm presuming he retired in the pits. So currently up there at the moment with a clear track to himself is Gosco. Perfect opportunity there for him to set the perfect lap time you can without no issues of dirty air effect or traffic in front of him distracting him. Meanwhile, whilst everyone else is in the pits, Built and Matt starting to venture out onto the track. So this will probably be the lap timings that everyone will be starting going up for the last runs. But both of them will be waiting to at least the 2-minute mark to go for the 1 lap short of pole. Let's go then come around the last couple of corners. This is will do for the Sauber driver. Come around the last corner, DRS is open. What's the lap time going to be like? Is a P4 then for Gosco. Goes up a place, 117.5. So I presume that would be nearby his qualifying down, unless he's doing a cool down lap and going for one more run. And Gosco is going to call it an end of qualifying there, believing that's as best he can do. So Built and Matt then prepping up for possibly 1 to 2 lap runs if he gets it over the line. See what the McLaren driver can do as he goes sets off his hot lap there. Maximus decides to retire as well from P7, calling it a day. I'm sure that would be the best he can do, you never know. CG then prepping himself up again for another run, or potential run. Again, keep an eye on him. Currently 3 drivers up there in the moment on the flyer, so whilst C3 makes that 4. Again, keep an eye on what's going on. Build some legs in. Pushing the McLaren to its almighty goodness. Going very fully committed around turn 9 now, going nicely flat out and still looking stable. Looking quite promising lap here for Built and Matt, as Scott decides to retire from P6. Thinking that's the best he can do. So Built and Matt's then coming around the last section of sector 3. Pushing that McLaren to its edge. Yeah, he's got enough time for one more run, but what's the lap time going to be? It's a P7 then for Built and Matt. No, he can still improve there. He can try and see if he can get a little bit more. But a good lap time there for Built and Matt then so far. CG then coming around the last sector there. Yeah, it's got a bit of traffic ahead of him, but that shouldn't be affecting him too much. And CG there goes at 117.0. And I'm presuming that'll be him just easing off. Whilst that was spiked there ahead, literally starting off a hot lap. C3 then pushing that Toro Rosso. Going back and crazy then, oh, we want to be careful there, C3. There's a P9 with a 119.3 there for C3. If mistakes didn't happen, you would have got there. Oh, and that's Plaster. Plaster off in the gravel. Now, did Plaster leave it to... Oh, sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. Don't know what happened to Plaster. Now, did he not get enough lap time in on his qualifying run? Oh, that is unfortunate for Plaster there, setting no lap time. But he does qualify, get to have 3 tyres of tyre wear at him. Looking on Lambo now, acting as CG teammate for today. Is it going to remain on pole there for the Mercedes driver? And he goes even quicker with the 116.2 there for Lambo. Spike then finishing P4 with a 117.3. Who's gone into the pits? Now the question is, what can CG do? And CG pulls out into the pits as well. So, Lambo starting on P1 then for the Mercedes. With Poe next to him in P2 and CG in P3. So there's a Mercedes P1 and P3 with the Toro Rosso in the middle. And Spike in P4. But Spike's starting on the soft tyres, so he'll be the main one to keep an eye out, especially in that top 4 branch. He can literally go much longer than the cars ahead. So then, if you guessed Lambo being on pole around Spain, well done to you guys. And if you guessed the top 3 prediction, again, well done to you all. So then, as we're just waiting for everything all to be nicely synced up and ready. So then, Lambo there in P1 with a 116.2, with Poe in second with a 116.6. Siege is third with a 117.0. Spike is fourth with a 117.3. Got a Skirts fifth with a 117.5. Gort is in sixth with a 118.1. Matt is in seventh with a 118.2. Maximus is eighth with a 118.3. C3 ninth with a 119.3. And Clifford Red with a 119.4 in 10th. Plaster then not set lap time. So no time, so he starts in 11th, whilst Ollie starts in P12 to disqualified for parking the car in the wrong way or driving the wrong way in a dangerous location. So that is your grid lineup there for Spain. And see what the weather brings for the racing. It's a nice sunny day in Catalonia, so hopefully no sign of threat of rain, but you never know. You never know. Hoping the weather gods have got something up in their sleeves to produce a few sprinkles, or we can just ask Benny Ecclestone for some sprinklers. That'd be nice. Still, sure we'll be in for exciting racing from the start. So, with top 3 then, in qualifying then, if you can get the predictions right for the top 3, again, congratulations. So now literally just waiting up for everyone then to sync up, get the tyre strategy sorted out for the race. Obviously the top 10 had to think very long ball for their strategies to make this work from where they qualified in the top 10. Whilst Plaster and Ollie, they have a free choice of tyres. So then, everyone there going off on the formation lap then. Lambo sitting nicely at pole, leading the pace on the formation lap. Crucial for him to get his tyres up and temps and brakes up into optimal, ready for the race to start off. He will be challenging on the threat there with Poe, so keep an eye on Poe as well, because he can pull up a trick and sleep on Lambo. Siege in MP3, great qualifying for him. Hopefully he can convert into a great race result for him. He's going to need it. He has got his rival right behind him with Spike in P4, so not all going to be plain and sailing for him. Got a skirt then with his good qualifying position so far in the league, up in P5 for the Sauber driver. Sure he can convert that into a top 5 spot, or even challenge for the podium. Keep an eye on him. Got then in P6, good qualifying for him. Sure he'll make up a lot of places again in the race. Keep an eye on him as well. Built on that then, P7. Qualified well in Baku, qualified today in Spain. Now we're just going to make sure he can finish in the points today. So he can get some first lot of points there for TTFL. So Maximus there in P8 along with C3 and P9, and Clifford Red Dead just in the top 10 there. Starting on the set of mediums. Again, keep an eye on him because he can go very long distance on them set of mediums. Plaster is starting in P11 with Ollie P in P12. Whilst we have an illegal racer, Blizzard, in P13. Now, I do not know that he was actually allowed to race, but Hopefully the stewards can pick that up quite nicely, because that's a bit of a legal one, but still. Anyway, focus back onto the race. Anyway, all the drivers there are getting lined up and ready to go. And obviously just waiting for the best optimal camera angles I can get. So, well, obviously the game, you don't want to start being the right cameras. There we go, so 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and the way we go. And here we go in Spain. What's the starts? Light starts looking so good so far. Poe giving a challenging threat there to Lambo. Lambo didn't get off to a great start. And we've got Goscott there making a position there up into P3. Has he got the move second to turn 1 against Siege? Lambo there gets through in P1 and Poe in P2. Goscott there making a move on Siege and he's making the move stick. And they're both gone off the track there. Now, did Goscott there make the move before he comes back on the track? Time will tell, but at the moment he's in P3 there. Siege then goes down the place and it's also Spike as well. Spike not having a good chance there, but whilst we've got Maximus and having to go there and score. And we've got Clifford Red and Ollie P there. Ollie P making up into P11 already. Good start for him on the set of mediums. Set of soft, sorry. Clifford currently under threat there from Ollie. He's got to be very careful of him. Ollie looking very pouncy at the start. Although Clifford making those starting mistakes, it would be easy detectable there to Ollie. Now we've got trainer cars there, starting off from Goddescut, then from P3 downwards, creating a trolley chain, and there's a yellow flag there. Oh, when it's Blizzard then, we're tied up. Yeah, presuming he realised that he's racing legally, whilst Siege then making a move down Goddescut, side by side around the last corner. Goddescut there just hanging on there for now with CG then applying the pressure. Goddescut going very defensive down the inside there. CG has to go the long way round to go round him around turn 1, which is possible we can do. Goddescut holds on while Spike takes the opportunity though and overtakes on CG round in turn 1. Good job there from the McLaren driver. Although them two will be busy dueling out. Both title rivals. Especially this season anyway, they both got 1 championship apiece. So then Spike now lining up a move on Goddescut. Just got to hang up for around the end of the lap and you can get DRS. Unless he's got a good car package underneath him. I'm sure you get the overtake done in 10-10. Spike getting closer and closer, but for now just got to be careful also with making a move, because he's got to make sure he's got the move stick, especially with CG behind him. Lambo and Poe then very close to go on track, but all is good so far. Whilst we've got an overtake going on in the background there, and there's Clifford and Hilton Matt then started drawing the trio of the cars as well for battle of P3. Poe then set the fastest lap time on 121.3. Meanwhile, back there for P3. Goddescut and Spike. Goddescut then going defensive into turn 1. Spike got to do the long way around the outside. Now can he hang it around for turn 2? All very tight there with main minor contact. Goddescut then just briefly hanging on there for now. Spike going down the inside into turn 3. Then a switch back. Can he make it stick heading down into turn 4? About the late breakers there. And Spike got the move done. And Spike's got the move done into turn 4 there. Well done there for them, McLaren driver. CG now having a look down on Goddescut. Ooh, Goddescut there locks out heavily, goes wide into 10-5. Opportunity there on CG then. But Goddescut just gets away with it for now. Goddescut then getting very hot-headed now. We want to be careful on the pressure. CG right on the back of him. This is allowing Spike to get away from this. And CG now with the DRS, he should get the move done. Now can he get done by turn 10? Goddescut there going late braking there. Well, we got overtaken the background there, and I believe that is a Gort and Maximus there. Gort then going back up into P6, Maximus down into P7. CG looking to dummy Goddescut there into a mistake. Goddescut's not having it for now, but how long can he keep Siege behind him? Now this will be a crucial part. Coming down the main straight, it is quite a lengthy straight. Goddescut on the left. Siege now opting to go down the right. He's got the move done by into turn 1. Yes, he has. Siege there with the DRS advantage. Gets the move done before turn 1 in the DRS zone. So Siege now has got to catch up on the back of Spike. And that's P4 there for Siege. Well, we've got yellow flags in sector 1. Where's the yellow flags at? Where is the yellow flags at? Who's made a mistake? Still showing yellows in sector 1 there. Got a Scud then. Get overtaken there by the GOT. So Scud's having a mare so far for the last couple of laps. He's now getting overtaken again by Maximus and Clifford. So he's got wing damage. Or is his tyres getting too overheated and not suitable for the track conditions at the moment, or the temps? Time will tell, but Scott getting a good start, and it's now starting to backfire him a little bit. Whilst there's wing contact, I believe. Is that with Clifford? Has Clifford got wing damage? There's a bit of front wing come off from one of the Saubers. Not sure which one, but either way, it's not going to be looking good so far. Maximus there getting under pressure here by train behind him. And Siege there. Siege and Spike having about it for P3. Siege got to move down on Spike, although Spike going to make the move down in turn 1. He's thinking about it, trying to dummy there on Siege, but for now, Siege gets free there on Spike, so position is still between them two. Goliska and Maximus then. Goliska there gets free pass on Maximus there for P6. Bill to Matt, in other words, is into the pits. That was having Bill to Matt. A bit very slow getaway there. So keeping on Bill to Matt's progress. Was Goliska and Maximus there carry on dueling out together for battle P6 here. He has got Clifford behind him, his teammate, on the harder compounds of tyres. Now Goliska's now got to get his head down and try and catch up again to the front lot. Clifford there going very wide on the exit of turn 9 there. Don't want to be doing that too much. Ollie P and C3 there. Ooh, really getting very close there. Ollie P for now hangs on. C3 literally giving everything on you can to Ollie. And there's a change at the top there. Once we've got Poe in the pits. So Poe is into the pits now on lap 6. Very early start there, and also the GOT as well, promoting Siege and Spike up into P1, P2. Again, most other guys are coming into pits. Clifford Red getting a 5-second stop go penalty there, so not good there for Clifford Red. And Poe's delay there going off, and there's a lovely little glitch there. C3 and Ollie having a little duel there, round turn 2 and turn 1. C3 getting the move down there on Ollie, so C3 is up into P5. Siege then starting to apply again more pressure on Spike, although Spike is on the harder compounds of tyres. Whilst Siege start on the set of Super Softs. The Super Softs ain't going to be doing really too well at this moment in time. We notice the grip is going off quite quickly. So Spike then might have made the easy call on qualifying. Then you can also do a one stop from here as well. So Spike playing long ball, using the experience he got from TTL as well. So be using his race strategy to his advantage. C3 then catching up onto the back of Gotterscut then peels off to the pits. Putting C3 up into P4. And also use of free DRS as well, as he was behind Gotterscut within a second. The GOT then heavily chases down Siege. Looking a bit more feisty and racy on the certain mediums. Yeah, sets off, sorry. I do apologise. It's a Friday after all, I do tend to make mistakes. So they got them. Chasing down the back of Siege. Siege has got to start pulling out the gap as much as possible. But the GOT can just easy cruise behind him. Doesn't have to make the move, knowing that Siege has to stop and knowing that tyre where it goes. Forcing the driver there, getting very close there to the back of the Mercedes. Just gotta wait till long straight unless Siege pulls in. If he does, he's still getting his free DRS out of it, so. Spike's not too far ahead either. Spike's just biding his time with his tyres. Siege then looks like went wide. Compromise exit. Got them with the DRS. Now this is going to look like an easy slammed up move down the inside. Side by side, here they go. And the Got's getting the move done before the first corner. And DRS. DRS on the main straight, looking very advantage taking them. Lambo there with a 120.4. Well, Spo replaced that in response with a 120.453. So Poe looking more feisty and racy. Poe there with Lambo ahead of him, although Lambo did pit on the fresh set of tyres, so Lambo going a bit further on, whilst he's got to be careful of Poe coming up behind him. Not too far away again on the new fresh set boots, so keep an eye on Lambo. Got to scout down on the set of mediums, chasing down Maximus. Now these two are pitted not very long and far from each other, a lap difference, but both on different sets of compounds. Got to get open to play the long ball with the mediums, see if he can last it long. As long as he doesn't burn them out too much, it should be doable, but easy said and done with the track temperatures and fuel degradation and differential settings. All play a factor along with your car setup, so Cliff Red in the background then, again starting to chase down on these pair. They both keep squabbling up. Be three-way battle then, while Siege then goes into the pits and knocks for a set of mediums. So Siege coming out into P7 now will be P8, it depends where Plaster is. Plaster's coming out the last corner now. Makes a little bit of a mistake, but Siege going to go out in front of Plaster. It's going to be overly tight. Plaster gets, Siege then gets out ahead of Plaster then, so Siege's got clear air. Poe in Ollie P then, having a little battle into 10-4. Poe then overtakes Ollie there into P5. Effectively Poe's in P2 at the moment with all the cars ahead not stopping yet so far. Yeah, at the moment the closest battle on track, we'll revert to that. Revert into the battle of a P9. So battle in P9, we've got Maximus in P9 and got a Skirt in P10. Although they do have Plaster as well, so Plaster is also in the merge of this as well with the battle of P8. Maximus chasing Plaster. Got a Skirt chasing down Maximus and Plaster, so making an on rear ring view of Plaster then. Plaster's just got to hold out at the moment, whilst Lambo almost sets the 120 point dead. Only by 2,000 seconds difference, but Lambo is pushing his car, trying to catch down the front lot quickly before they got a pit to gain advantage. Plaster then under immense pressure from Maximus and Godskirt. Plaster holding out in the middle. Maximus there goes on the right now. This is going to be free right going to turn 1. All Godskirt's trying to think about it. It's going free wide. All very close in touch there. Minor contact with Godskirt and Plaster there. Plaster loses that to 2 positions. Maximus and Godskirt picked up a place each. Maximus in P8, Godskirt P9, Plaster down into P10 now. Just got to keep his head down and focus, he'll be alright in the points. Meanwhile, the battle at the moment for P1, which would say effectively will be P3 between these two, once everyone makes the pit stops. But again, got to keep an eye on Siege though, because he's also in the running as well for P3. Spike then not just holding his ground, pushing along nicely. Gort's just 1.3 seconds away. Both same age of tire wear, so keep an eye on what's going on. Battle of the teammates on the other hands for P4. C3 Pro. Now I don't know if the team rule is going to be in effect, but Pro's now going to go down and move on to inside of anyway on C3. C3 lets him go. Move down and dust over between the Toro Rosso drivers. Pro out to P4, Z3 and P5. Got to go and Maximus then. Both can't separate from each other, both glued to the hip. Not literally glued to the hip, but unable to separate them, both from different teams. Got to go looking very feisty out on those mediums. Definitely a lot more confident and able to push his car more than Maximus. Maximus goes right in 10-4. Glasgow options going around the inside, which are now coming the outside for 10-5. Now, can you hang it around for the outside for 10-5? If he does, it'll be amazing. Maximus says just hanging on there. Glasgow there picking a 3-second time penalty for exceeding their track limits there, so it wouldn't be ideal there. Maximus under huge pressure there, back end happy, coming out 10-8. So Glasgow's got to line his car up nicely for 10-9. Now is he going to make the move down to 10-10? No, he's just hanging on for now. He did that DRS. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for the switchback. Now, can he make the move stick? Turn 11 side by side. And ooh, a little bit of contact there, but just gets away with it for now. Goscut then making the move down up into P8. Whilst that was going on, Clifford and Plaster are exchanging positions. Clifford up into P10 and Plaster into P11. Now, can Maximus then respond against Goscut? Goscut going heavily defensive, but I think he might just done enough on the straight there. Depends on what Maximus can do. Is he going to launch it up on the inside here? Ooh, thinking about it. Just has to hang on for now for a few more corners. Then overtakes Van Spain and is very few far between. You've got to get the overtake done. You've got to make sure you're certain you can pull away quickly before the DRS gets into hand, because DRS is very effective around this, especially on the start and finishing straight. Maximus then still applying the pressure on Goscut. Goscut trying to pull away. He has got his teammate not far behind, again catching up between these two. Maximus with the DRS. But for now, he's going for it. He's going down the dive in the inside. Cuts the inside corner, but gives the position away. Believe that he might be taking advantage there. Meanwhile, the Got's in the pits then. Trying to attempt to do an undercut on Spike. Going on a set of mediums. So just keep an eye there on the Got then. Ollie P in the pits as well. Opting to do the same strategy, go out on a set of mediums. So Ollie P then goes down into P10 at the moment. Bilton Matt then goes up into P10. Ollie P coming out in P11. Plus there's also in the pits as well. God, let's go now, just trying to pull away as much as possible. Maximus is not far behind. Also his teammate's not very far behind either. Although Maximus has got a tough job trying to last them set of softs to go to the end of the race. Easy said and done, so we might expect him to come in the pits again, possibly from those boots. But then also depends if there's a safety car or virtual safety car. Meanwhile, we have got Spike in the pits, getting limited down nice and perfect as much as possible. Lambert meanwhile regains P1, which will play with them and take P2. See if we will probably carry on as we speak. So Spike then going on a set of mediums. That surely will get him to the end of the race from that set of boots. Question is, where's Got? Where is Got? So Siege has gone past, done the undercut on him. Where is Got? Got then just coming down the pits, but Spike's done enough then to fend off Got, but Spike's got to now do the hard work of getting Siege. So Spike's now got to overtake that Mercedes again. Meanwhile then, battle still goes on there for P7. Got to go Maximus and Clifford there. Whilst Clifford goes a little bit wide in turn 3. Well, they're looking a bit more feisty behind Maximus at the moment, so Maximus is starting with a Sauber sandwich at the moment. Maximus now just got to keep his cool, not to get unsettled by the other Sauber behind him. He's chasing down one, getting chased by the other. So Maximus still goes a little bit wide there. This invites Clifford into a bit more tension to take P8 out of him. Maximus there just hanging on as we speak. C3 meanwhile is into the pits. Going for his one and only stop. Going on a set of mediums. So Glasgow then under pressure again from Maximus and Clifford. Maximus DRS again sticking in the slipstream. Now is he going to make the move down into turn 1? Is he going for it? Half-hearted so far. Maximus has got to be careful on making overtakes because of Clifford behind him as well. Glasgow then goes a little bit wide off track onto the Astro. You don't want to be doing that too many times. Not giving you great grips out going over the outside of the line. Maximus looking very, very feisty. Clifford also behind looking very feisty. Scott though doing an amazing job out there, keeping his head down, not getting distracted from the cars behind. Oh, goes a little bit wide on the exit there. Just gets away for now. Oh, and Clifford there goes for a move down on Maximus there. I don't know if there was contact or not, but Clifford is up now into P7, which now sets him up behind his teammate. Now, that would be team orders in Sauber there. Ooh, Scott there just slowly holds him up a little. No, I do not know if there's going to be team orders in Sauber, but I'm sure they'll be racing it out. Scott then just goes in the middle, sending his teammates to go out wide. Both give each other room. And Clifford Red then gets the move down around the outside there of Scott. Got Clifford Red there up into P6 with a good start from near the back of the grid in P10. Scott slowly falling behind. He's now also got Maximus there coming up behind him. Scott there making a mistake. Maximus there gets through. So Maximus there regains P7. Oh, Scott's left the session. So presuming connection problems there for the Sauber. Now hopefully he can get back in time ASAP and try to carry on as much as possible. C3 there running in P10, chasing down Bilton Matt ahead, which Bilton Matt then will promote into P9, P8 if he gets past the Ghost Car Scott. Poe meanwhile is in the pits. Poe is into the pits again. So it'll be Poe's second stop then. Go for a set of mediums. Well, that'll be intriguing. So keep an eye on Poe there. Bilton Matt then gets the overtake done on Ghosted Scott then. So then Spike and CG battle for P2 here. Spike on 5 laps younger mediums, knowing that you can get to the end of the race. Now with Poe triggering off a second pit stop. Now does this bring Lambo crashing on his tyre of life to come into pit again? Keep an eye on Lambo, because if he does pit, he needs to make sure he finishes in the top 4, but anything can happen. Spike then getting very, very close here to CD. Spike trying to send a dummy. Sage's not having it. Both tremendous rivals, both with tremendous amount of respect for each other. So I'm sure we'll be in for a good fight for overtaking in a minute. Spike now with DRS getting very close on CG. Where's CG going to go? CG is going to hold the racing line, sending Spike round down the inside easy. It gets moved down into turn 1, so Spike now up into P2. Next target is 15.5 seconds up the road of Lambo. Maximus then comes into the pits. Maximus is into the pits. Now, going for stop number 2. Now is he going to go onto a set of mediums or going for another set of stops? See what the Williams crew will do. Looking at is a set of mediums. So that will get Maximus up to the end of the race then. Siege then 8 tenths behind Spike. Spike getting the move done yet on fresher set tyres to Siege, so just wants to be careful not to get too far falling behind him. Miles got a yellow flag in 6 and 1. Disappeared, but now he's gone back again. But for now, Siege just looks like he stands 4 away behind. Age and difference in tyres and performance so far. Still nice and sunny out here in Spain then so far, so no effective real retirements of actual races that are meant to be racing tonight. Last post sets 119.9 then on a set of mediums. So Poe is on the flyer to chase up again up to top 3. Bilton Matt then comes into the pits whilst we've got Plaster and Maximus there having a little overtake ding on them, and Plaster there gets up into P11. Good job there for the Ferrari driver. So Bilton Matt then comes into the pits then. Got a service 5 second stop, go then for speed in the pit lane. And the McLaren boys get straight into work, changing our set of tyres, and it's a set of mediums this time round. Again, taking ages to depart there, eventually does depart. Which then Plaster then should be able to overtake. He's going to be very tight here. Plaster got to move down on Bilton Matt. Yes, he does. Plaster there goes up into P10 and into the points there for Ferrari. Another question is, can he hang on to that for the next 13 laps to get another points there for Ferrari? Not really much battles going out here so far. We've got Maximus into the pits. Coming out on the set of mediums there, and he has just been lapped by the front runners there. So Maximus unfortunately then getting chased up by the field. This has been overtaken by Siege. Now Gott's there just coming around to lap as well, so the top 4 then start to make their way round. Maximus now has just got to get his foot down, trying to catch up to the top 10 for the end of the race. He's got to do 1 less lap than, while the others got to do the 1 extra lap of the core lap itself. So then, race leader out there so far is Lambo P1. Spike in P2, chasing down Lambo. Siege in P3. Got in P4. We've got Poe in P5, again chasing down the Got on the fresher set of tyres. Got Clifford Red in P6. C3 7th, and as I was going on about that, Lambo is into the pits. So Lambo's got to make another second stop there. This will promote Spike nicely up into P1, knowing that Spike has not got to stop again. Siege will then take effect to P2. Got will take effect to P3. Now where is Poe and Lambo in relation? That Lambo is now coming down out the exit. It's making very tight between Lambo and Got here, but Lambo they just will secure P3 on a set or soft, so keep an eye on Lambo's pace, because he'll be on the softest tyres of the cars around him. Plaster and Bilton Matt then get into the points, courtesy of Got a Skirts Ghost. I hope he does come back very soon, because he's dropping out of the points. See what goes about it so far at the moment. Stream Bilton Matt and Plaster being close on track. Bilton Matt then second race in from the McLaren driver. In the points at the moment, as long as he keeps the car on the track and not DNF. Getting very close there to Plaster there. Looking for the move down turn 1. Doesn't look it for now. Plaster then hangs on for P9 so far at the moment. Going round turn 3. Plaster then will be used to this type of pressure. So not going to make it easy then for the newbie driver of Bill and Matt. Blaster then just trying to create a gap as much as possible. Bill and Matt's just closing in nicely around the apex corners. Oh, Bill and Matt then goes a little bit wide, but gets away with it. So we've got DRS though. He's going to make the move down into 10-10. Thought about it, but just has to tuck in for now. Now he's just got to wait to the pit straight. Blaster makes a mistake. Ooh, Blaster there is very close there, but just gets away with it for now without mistake. That opened up the door there for Matt then, but Matt opted not to take it, looking a bit risky. Now Blaster needs to go traction, he can get out of these corners as much as possible now. He's going to be under threat by Matt. Blaster goes heavily defensive down the inside. Matt's got DRS. Can he get the move done by turn 1 though? Or into turn 1 at least. Matt looking to go down the outside, but again, just got sticks behind Blaster. Blaster again holding his ground so far. Build to Matt though on a younger set of tyres than Blaster, whilst Lambert says 1 minute 19.1. Meanwhile, battle here for P2. Changing between teammates. Siege and Lambo though. So Lambo up into P2. Siege and P3. Meanwhile, Built and Matt and Blaster are going side by side in turn 7 and turn 8. Built and Matt got the move done. Yes for now, but still again side by side. Oh, very close into turn 9. Not particularly a side by side move in turn 9. Great respect between the two drivers there. Blaster getting the DRS. Built and Matt goes for the dive down the inside. Can he make it stick? Blaster not giving any quarter. Again, hangs it around the outside. But Matt does eventually get the move done into turn 11. So Built and Matt down up into P9. Great respect driving there between them two. Great racing. Good job. Good job. Power and Gort then. Battle here for P4. Power on 4 laps younger medium tyres. Whilst Lambo, we've got to keep an eye out because he is chasing down Spike at rate knots for those set of softs. With only practically 10 laps to go. Around the moment, Powell's a turn to case off out for P4. Power then get a DRS. Now, where's he going to go on the Gort? Is he going to go there for the move down the inside? Gort going defensive. Poe trying out braking. Gort goes deep and goes wide in turn 1. Goes very tight into turn 2. Poe going around the outside turn 2, which comes inside for turn 3. He's got the move done. Yes, he has. The Toro Rosso driver's got the move done, although Poe's Gort's coming back around on him. He's going to do the move down the outside of turn 4. Can Gort get the tracks and he wants out turn 4, which comes the inside for turn 5. Poe gets the move done then into turn 5. So Poe then on a charge out up into P4. Clifford Red meanwhile comes out to track into P8 on the set of soft tyres, so keep an eye on him. Got then in P5. Just got to hang on in there. Oh, Poe's made a mistake. Where's Poe retired? Oh, we've got a safety car. Safety car is out on track. So, without 25, we've got a safety car. Now, Siege takes the opportunity to pit, which is ideal for Siege. Because get through set of tyres, otherwise everyone else around him has to go on a delta. The Gort comes into pits as well. C3 though, meanwhile, goes up into P5, so I'm assuming they'll be taking effect. Where is Spike though? Spike is around turn 4 at the moment. Again, got to stick to Delta, although in his position, he is now in an awkward situation. He cannot either pit, get a fresh set of boots, but which then puts him into the back of the field, or just hang out on the set of mediums, knowing he can still get to the end, just keeping his tyres intact, but be under threat by Lambo. So with most of the field then from P3 downwards, opting to take the free pit stop window. and taking good advantage of it. Right, there is Lambo. 4 laps 4 laps older softs, but crucially 7 laps younger tyre life than Spike has, but they're both on different sets of compounds. Built a mat plaster in the pits. Again, them two will have a free pass. Oh, and Spike and Lambo coming to the pits. Oh, there's our Spike and Lambo. So this is a case of battle of teammates here. Well, rivals at least. Right, then going for a set of softs. Lambo then. Oh, did Lambo change his tyres? Because whatever it is, he's now come out on 15 laps older softs. Now, has Mercedes given Lambo the oldest tyres he's already used once already? Now that is a worrying sign for Lambo if he is on the older set. Meanwhile, then Maximus there gets through past the safety car. Spike then joins up behind it. Prestige second, Lambo in third on the somehow on my screen 15 lap older soft tyres. Maximus then gets disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. Oh, that is unfortunate there for Maximus there. Getting disqualified there for ignoring yellow flags. Okay, intriguing. Maybe it's just a case of a glitch there, but somehow still racing at the moment. A lot is going on in the lobby so far. I did not know what's going on, but so then top 3 then, or should I say top 4. Going to be very, very interesting then from the restart. Spike in the hot seat. All he's got to do is just keep his tyres intact and get them warmed up ready. As soon as the safety car pulls in, you'll be effectively safety car until the first safety car line, which is after turn 15 of the pit entrance. So on the rad's got to think of where can he strike for Spike. Lambo meanwhile goes into pits. This will drop Lambo well back, and he just damages wing for good measure as well. Now that has now just cost Lambo the race victory. He won't be too mightily pressed for that. Luckily he's underneath the safety car, but he's now got a lot of hard work to do. Meanwhile, C3 they're up into P4. Good job there from the Toro Rosso driver. So then Lambo then just coming out on track. He's now in P7. He's now got to very quickly catch up to this pack and try and salvage what he can get out of the top 3. Wasn't a chance for victory, but the pit stop error he had is now going to affect him. So Lambo with all the work to do. Now hopefully the safety car should be, in theory, be in at the end of this lap. Now I could be wrong. But now Spike just got to play the game of controlling the field at his own pace once that safety car light starts to drop out. And the safety car is yes indeed in the end of this lap. So Spike now effectively comes the safety car itself pacing the field. And when he's ready to go, he will then go at his own accord. The driver's now got to just react and warm up and ready and predict where he is going to go. But for now, Spike's just got to get line up and ready. Siege has got to be ready to go because he's going to need to overtake Spike if he's got a chance of victory. It's all now all nice and open. Spike meanwhile all goes, and Siege then gets a back end nappy there. I think Poe done the same as well. Despite then getting a tremendous start he wanted, that's what he needed. Clifford Red, meanwhile, is up into P4 then, overtaking C3. Clifford Red having a storming race here today. C3 that goes down the inside into turn 1 though. C3 goes deep and Clifford Red then takes the advantage back because C3 goes off track, which then promotes Ollie up. So C3's losing a lot of ground there. Fresh from the start, oh, and he nearly lost the back end and he hits in the back off. Bilton Matt, so no. C3 losing the back end, comes back on track and then takes out Bilton Matt. No, the McLaren driver again. It was doing so well, and this time this is again no fault of his own, gets taken out by C3. Oh, that is unfortunate there. Very, very unfortunate there. C3 should have personally rejoined back on the track a little bit further on. Sets in defeat, but down to effectively 8 runners in. Meanwhile, then Ollie P and Lambo side by side here. Ollie P going around the outside of Lambo. Can he get the move done? Ollie P hanging on there nicely. Lambo they're going down the inside, which effectively gets the line anyway. Lambo then up into P5. Again, he's got now chased down very quickly to the top 3 very quickly. He's got effectively 5 laps to do so. Next target he's got to get up to is Clifford Red. Max Smith's on the back of Plaster then. Back for P7. Maximus go down the inside. Can he make the move stick? Oh, Plaster hanging around the outside in turn 1 into turn 2. Can he hang around the outside for turn 3 though? Maximus there getting the move done there. Nearly lost it there to Plaster, but Plaster's not giving up though. Going down the move down in turn 4. Can he make the move stick? Plaster's got the tyre advantage on Maximus. But for now, Maximus there hangs on there for P7. So Maximus there up into P7. Clifford that Red there getting a 3-second time penalty. Starting to come under pressure then from Lambo. No DRS yet because of the safety car, so everyone's all neutral on the DRS front. All down to driver and skill, driver and car ability. Clifford Red though chasing down the goal, taking Lambo with him. But for now, Spike setting the fastest lap time of 1:19.0, and DRS is now being enabled. That's been responded by Lambo 1:19.069. Lambo now looking for a move against on Clifford Red. He's going to make the move down in turn 1. He's going for it. Very late, but Lambo gets the move done for now. No, he's not. Clifford Red's coming back on him, giving a challenge. Lambo though gets the inside line for turn 3. The nature of the track. Hangs on for now, though Clifford's now thinking of going for a move down the inside of turn 4. Lambo then gets the move done on Clifford Red then. He's got to make his next target up on the Gort then. Will be his next victim. Meanwhile, battle back for P7 then. Plaster chasing down Maximus. Maximus already overtaking Plaster. But Plaster now starting to come back on Maximus though. Maximus on older set of tyres. And Lambo's already dispatched Gort already. Lambo on the charge. Now he's got to get the move done very quickly if he wants to challenge any further than 3P3, but great pace there from Lambo. Plaster though still chasing down on Maximus. Maximus though slowly starting to pull away. Maximus then just again just extending his gap for now. Built on Matt then unfortunately leaves the session. Unfortunate for him, he'd done a good job in qualifying. Had his own race control and everything under control, getting the points. Not a happy result there for the driver. 2 retirements in a row. Meanwhile, there has been overtakers. Maximus there goes wide. Maximus spins it at 10-3. He's lost the back end there. Oh, that is unfortunate there for Maximus there. On the charge of P7. Plaster then gets gifted P7. Meanwhile, there, Spike there in P1. Siege not very far behind in P2. Meanwhile, there's the other flag, and there's Ollie P. Ollie P going off the track. And Ollie P's lost it in the wall. No, Ollie P. Not where you want to use it. Dropped it on the exit of turn 9. Very easily done by all drivers. Ollie P falls victim to it. Oh, very fortunate there for Ollie P. Down to effectively 7 run-ins in. Safety car comes out, changes the race, and everyone starts dropping out like flies. Meanwhile, they battle for the last spot of the podium. Then they've got and Lambo. Lambo on the team, so Scott there on sauce. Scott looking very feisty. They want to get that last spot of the podium. Got them planning for a move. He's going down the inside in 10-4. Lambo then just holds on for now, although he's back in and screaming. Now how long can his task last though? Does Lambo burn them out too quickly? But Scott's got to be careful now. He's got Clifford Red coming up behind him. Ooh, very feisty there for the last spot of the podium. Lambo there goes off wide. Lambo's gone off wide. Where's Lambo? Trying to get it back on Lambo. And Lambo there controls the car. Oh, and unfortunately he's left the session there, so he won't unfortunately finish the race there. I don't know what happened there to Lambo, but that was a bit of a bizarre moment, going off wide at turn 9. Very unusual. Got them promoted up into P3, then Clifford up into P4. Effectively at the moment down to 6 runners. Same amount of totals we have in the back end races, like actions galore. So then, last points of the race then, Plaster meanwhile goes up into P5. Oh, and Clifford Red's retired. Oh, Clifford Red retired on the last lap. Now, where was his accident? See if we can onboard on Plaster, see if we can see it. Come around 10-2, 10-3. Where's Plaster lost it? Oh, he must have lost it in the exit 10-2, 10-3. Meanwhile, though, this will promote Plaster into P4 there for Ferrari. Now, that'll be an amazing result there for Plaster there, getting P4 there, credit rates due. So then, Spike then, come around the last couple of corners there. Had it all under control until the safety car came out, but he still kept it under control. Venerate. Spike then comes over the line and wins the Spanish Grand Prix then. CG then P2. Finished by 0.6 of seconds because of Spike's penalty, but Spike still had enough to cover the gap. The Got then rounds up the podium then, finishing P3 there. Good job there for the Got. Plaster then. Good quiet race. Accidents going on around him. Kept his head down though. Comes out to a season best so far of P4 there for Plaster. Good job there from Plaster. Maximus there's coming around the line into P5 then. Good result for him. He'll be mighty pleased there with P5 with everything going on around him. But your race winner today though, around Spain, is Spike. So then if you guessed up the top 3 was going to be like that, congratulations to you, and your race winner as well, congratulations. So then, Got in P3, CG P2, but your race winner there is Spike. Congratulations to Spike winning the Spanish Grand Prix there. So, all actions galore around the track. Top 3 hold their nerve and gets it under control. So then the unofficials or the official results then. Spike then finishing P1 then. Siege second with the Got and P3. Plus there with a great position up there into P4 there for Ferrari driver. Maximus there in P5. Unfortunately Lambo left the session so his points will not count. Clifford Red then P7 did not finish, won't count in points because he didn't finish the race. Got a skirt, left the session, points won't count. Nor was Ollie P because he retired, and so is C3 who's also retired and built in Matt Poe and illegal race of Blizzard. So then, with actions galore everywhere, then, well then, hope you got your driver of the day sorted out for that one. A great contest and contrast with incidents going on there. So, if you guys got any questions in to ask for your interviews now, I'll probably say get them in now. As I'm going to be doing interviews within the next minute. Obviously, giving the drivers a bit of time there to calm down and cool off, ready for their interviews. So as they're all off doing that, I'll just let you see who I can invite into the interview. Right then, we'll see who will come in and join us into the interview lobby, which eventually comes to my little corner for tonight. So here we go. First driver to come and join us tonight then is C3. C3, how you doing?
Not too good.
Not too good. I could tell you had a bit all the fun and games out there. Did pretty well in race to race. Tell us about the incident after the safety car restart. Because you're looking to be like, proper racing on the restart. And then obviously you had went off wide around turn 3, come back on, and obviously collected up and the McLaren driver built in that. So that's what happened in yours.
Well, right after the safety restart, I going into the last corner, discovered that the heat in the tires were completely gone, even though I got them pretty good up to heat. So I had no heat in the tires, slided out of the last corner. Clifford passed me. I tried to pass him again, missed the braking point a little, and the tire brakes were cold too, so that was a disaster. Then I decided to just cut the corner and just going wide and let the guys through to not make a mess, but going wider, it's a bit more bumpy.
Yeah,
So
it's a bit
I
bumpy
hit a
going off.
small bump and then went inside to the track again and then collected that McLaren driver.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate because looking good there, but then obviously lost it around going off back onto turn 2 and turn 3, and then yeah, obviously it's very bumpy off track going around turn 3.
Yeah, it was a bit more bumpy than I thought it would be.
Would you say if you kept on the off the runoff area coming back on a little bit later, would have made a little difference in that? Like
Like, what do you mean?
like so they're coming back on to the point on the track where you went on originally. Would it benefit if you just yielded off and filtered back in and try attempt and control the tyres and carry on?
Probably would have been a better option, yeah.
No, is it faster
But
then?
in the heat of the moment, I mean, you don't make those
Yeah,
kind of calls usually.
yeah. I know what you've been in the heat in the moments. I can say that for sure. So then, next race we're looking forward to then, the old classic streets of Monaco.
Oh shit.
We do apologise for the language as Zebra just pointed
Yeah,
out on there.
apology for that. I just didn't realize that before you said it. Oh, why did it have to be Monaco? Well, I'm just gonna say as I always say, then Monaco, I'm not expecting anything but hitting the wall at least once or twice or 3 times.
Well, let's hope we can try and keep out the rules as much as possible. Yeah, but easier said than done in the heat at the moment, but you never know.
Yeah,
You might get a safety car,
nah,
might
that's
benefit in
true.
your favour. No run off
Gotta
race.
say though, the first part of today's race was really fun because I had a long and good battle with Ollie.
I did notice that it was a good battle there between you and Ollie.
Yeah, and I had to pass him a couple of times because, well, I did a few small mistakes and I got pushed off by that McLaren one time too,
Yeah, the McLarens they were doing
which made
pretty
me
well.
had to pass Ollie P one more time.
Oh, that's a shame.
But but still though, it was the racing when me and Ollie P was around each other was that was pretty fun and good.
Ah, all good round then. So, but then we'll see with Monaco then. Where you're aiming to look at, or is it just a case just to survive and see what you go from there?
As I said, I'm probably gonna hit the walls a few times, so if I can finish, I'm happy.
So it's a case of survive Monaco no matter where I'm finishing. As long as you survive it, it's another matter.
And now to be honest, if I can finish P20 and just be happy for just finishing around Monaco.
Fair play there, mate. Fair play.
Such a horrible track.
Classic crown jewel, mate, off the track. The
What?
classic track. Old school.
Yeah, yeah, but it doesn't fit the cars nowadays.
No, it doesn't. Obviously, it's starting to go out a little bit, but still. Anything can happen, mate. You never know. You might be even in the top five with all the accidents going on. You already had 2 races so far.
That's true. Yeah,
Still.
but then again, it's Monaco.
It is. Still, though, mate. Thank you very much, as always, to join us on the my little corner for tonight, I
Thank
think.
you for having me.
As always, Seabray. Always a pleasure. And we will see you around Monaco. Fingers
Pleasure
crossed
is
for you.
all mine. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Take care.
You too, mate.
Right then, so next person to talk to is the race winner, is Spike. Spike, how are you, dear sir?
Hello, mate.
Congratulations out there on your win.
Thank you.
Good little start of the good start of there you had at the start of the race, mate. And about an with Siege as well, and obviously Glasgow there with a lightning start as well. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I had the worst start in the world. Literally terrible. I bogged down, and then the rear tyre spun up, so I got both bogging and wheel spin. So I had an awful start. Yeah, and then turn one just held my line really, and then I knew the super sauce wouldn't last very long, so I was kind of waiting for my moment. And then I pushed too hard on the soft after I got past glass skirt and overheated the rear tyres, so I nearly lost it through the final corner. That's why Siege got back past me. And then after that, obviously going to run the one stop to the end. Obviously, before the safety car, Lambo was catching me, so it would have been interesting. Obviously, the first couple of laps he had very good pace, and then it doesn't take long for the soft to then sort of settle down into a pace which is about 3, 4, 5 tenths quicker than the mediums, and then by the end of the race, who knows tyre wear, who knows. But obviously the safety car came out, and yeah, it's obviously switched it up, and I missed the pit lane by I don't know, 50 yards or something. I thought that was the end of it really. I thought, oh, and then the safety car obviously hadn't come out at that point, so even though I was on a delta, at least I managed to go reasonably fast. I didn't think I could, and then just before I come in, my teammate pitted. I was like, here we go, so I'm going to get delayed even more in the pit lane. But I still got out ahead of Lambo, and I got ahead out of Siege as well, which was good. And then talk about putting pressure on myself. I ran wide through a corner and gave myself a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, I did notice that. You did notice that.
I had to push like mad in the last 3 laps, trying to make sure I was staying ahead of 3 seconds in front of Siege.
So you were pushing practically like a madman then on a mission, trying to create the 3-second gap that you Didn't really want to push
Well,
on
the
the
stupid
tyres.
thing was I had the gap. I'd already made a gap, and I don't think I was pushing that. I just ran slightly, but it was the same corner the three warnings I got were the same corner. It was just I think it's turn 8 left-hander going up the hill. And you go over the curb on the exit, which is the racing line, but the game goes, no, you're not allowed to do that.
No.
And it gives you a warning. So I got 3 there basically, and I don't think it was even that wide. I can't remember, but yeah, I was just off for good's sake. And then yeah, so then I was just trying to maintain a 3. I didn't quite have 3 seconds at that point, so I got it over 3 seconds, and I was just trying to manage it to that. And I had I don't know. I think I had 3.5 seconds after the second sector on the final lap, and I just said, right, just nail this final sector because you can lose half a second easily through there.
Yes. Oh yes.
So, but luckily enough, I came through. But it's a shame really because it would have been. It's more interesting to see Lambo and myself going at it at the end. I think it would have been very very tight, depending on Lambo's tyre wear really. I think because the mediums get to the end all day long. So
Yeah.
they give a very steady pace, like low 20s. I was doing low 20s over and over again. So he did a 19.1, I think.
Yeah, Lambo
on his
did.
fresh softs,
Yeah,
and then it just slowed down towards sort of half a second quicker than me. So, but yeah, it would have been interesting.
but no, Lambo did went into a little bit of a pit crew issues going through that race.
Yes, I saw. Yeah. It's because
basically-
he put another set of softs on. He'd already used 2 sets,
yeah,
and then he put another set on for the final stint. And of course, that was the first set he used. So, unfortunately, I think he's saying the super softs wouldn't have made it. I think they probably would have done because you'd have had a much lighter car at this point, and the track would have been rubbered in as well. So you probably would have made the end on the supers.
It
Perhaps
depends.
taking the first couple of laps at least, yeah.
yeah, it depends on the.
If you don't overheat them, you'll be fine.
Yeah, all down to tyre temps and control and everything. So
I think Poe struggled a lot with his tyres.
did notice that as
He
well.
seemed to be struggling quite quickly. So
then
yeah, so
next track, then we're going off to Monaco. So
yeah, if you can call it that.
Monte
It's
Carlo.
not really a track, is it?
Street
It's where all
circuit.
the audience go to. It's not even that, is it really?
A scenic tour on the Riviera. How about that?
Yeah. Be more fun.
Apart from that speed.
I don't know. It's all about survival at Monaco, like Z3 said. So I haven't got the pace for Monaco. I'm just not that good at it. So
So-
see what happens.
So you just literally
Finish
just
the
see what
points.
happens and go from there. Fair dues,
Yeah,
mate.
I mean, I remember once I finished on the podium, but I was a lap down, I think, on the lead or something crazy. So that sort of thing can happen.
Anything can happen, mate.
We'll see
Anything
what
can happen. Well, congratulations on your win there today, mate. Good job all round.
Thank you.
And we will see you in Monaco. Also,
cheers, mate.
also say the scenic coast route, as we said, Ramon.
Yeah. All right, dude. Take care.
Alright, mate. Take care, mate. See you soon.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you later.
So then, next person to have interviewed then will be Maximus. Maximus, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How's your race, mate? Tell us all about it. You look a bit quite pacey on your car setup today.
Yeah, I mean, qualifying was good. I qualified 8th. Then, because of Bilton, I think she out-qualified me for 7th position. Race start was good. Unexpected race, honestly. Because while I did my second pit stop, I did go off track and damage my wing. So luckily the crash brought out the safety car that allowed me to catch up to Plaster and Bilton. But unexpected race so far. But I'll take the points.
So points take prizes, mate. Points make all the prizes. But you did make some good overtakes out there. Battling with Guska, Cliff of Red, even Plaster as well.
Yeah,
At one
I mean,
point, you
I
both
was
go
trying
side by side.
to. Yeah, I was trying to be, challenging a bit to gain positions, but ultimately, the race handed me the prize that I wanted. So
The safety guard which helped you out.
yeah, helped me out a lot.
Yeah, it was very nice mate. The safety guard coming out with Poe making the retirement, and then next thing the safety guard comes out. It's like, oh hello, the race is even spiced up even more.
Yeah.
But no, you've done a good job out there today, so well done to you. Next track then,
Okay.
heading off to Monaco.
please don't. I don't want to race in Monaco, honestly.
I think everyone's starting the old trend of hate Monaco hashtag.
Yeah, it is basically the worst track that they could put in the F1 game, honestly. Uh, the walls are too close, and I have done a few practice laps on time trial, and 1 out of 2 laps, I will hit the wall. That is a guaranteed. So,
Wow, you never know what comes around race day. You never know. You might have like a good day around Monaco. Don't the walls are just nothing there, and you
and
don't need to hit.
basically, yeah, during the race in Spain, I was laughing that if a safety car is coming out in Spain, if it is a wider track, what will happen in Monaco? I think
Wow.
we will finish the race on a safety car.
Wow, we'll see what will happen. So
Yeah.
anything can happen out there. So
Anything.
so what's your points preference and then looking for around Monaco? It's just a case of surviving like everyone else, or
Yeah, survive. That's it.
survive. There's going to be a hashtag survive Monaco for next Friday, then everybody.
Hashtag survive Monaco. Yes.
Oh no.
I think we'll have to sign a petition for Maze. Tell him to, survive Monaco.
Oh dear, yeah. Well, I'll let let that be your brainchild and on that one, your brain idea child. So,
Yeah.
well,
Thank you.
thank you for joining us in the my little corner. Then Maximus, then we will see
No
you up
problem.
in Monaco. Hopefully, fingers crossed,
Yeah.
you survive it as well.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, take care, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Next week. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, bud.
Okay. Take care.
Right then, I believe that will be coming to the end of the stream then. So, your race winner tonight then was Spike. Great drive from him. Actions galore around the track. He also featured the safety car due to post-retirement. Lambo and the Mercedes pit crew made an error on the pit stop, and Lambo on a set of older set of spec tyres that he didn't wanted. Plaster there getting his best position in P4 as well for Ferrari, so congratulations to him. Especially be my vote on the driver of the day there for Plaster. Okay, might not be much action for him, but kept his head down, keeps car out of trouble. So next race then, next Friday, always 8 PM. Hope you can join us then, where we will be around the streets of Monaco. As you pretty much heard in the interviews, pretty much hashtag survive Monaco. So I hope you can all join us with that for next Friday. So till then, we have got the TTL F2 League on the Sunday. 25% races around Austria and Great Britain. So I hope you can join us on there. Unfortunately, I won't be commentating on that one this time around. Obviously, last Sunday I did it as a special guest appearance, but obviously I can't do Sundays in commentary on TTL F2. But hopefully we have a commentator there and stream it up for you. Tuesday we got, I believe, a special type of Challenge Cup on the TTL. I believe we are doing a classic race around Spa in the McLaren MP44s, which will mean the next race for TTL in the league will be next Thursday, which will be in good old Germany. So I hope you can join us throughout the week. So till then, I've been TGG Steph. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you all soon. Take care, and I'll see you all next Friday. Bye bye, everybody.